What if your back pain isn't about your spine at all, but your story? What if your migraines, IBS, or neck tension are not signs of physical damage, but emotional overload? That's what these books on psychosomatic pain are quietly and powerfully revealing. Dr. John Sarno lit the match. In the Mindbody Prescription, he claimed that pain can be the brain's brilliant trick, a distraction from deeper emotional wounds. One man in his book suffered with chronic back pain for 20 years. No treatment worked. Then he read Sarno's explanation. The brain will create pain to prevent dangerous emotions from reaching consciousness. That night, he wrote an angry letter to his long-dead father, and the next morning, for the first time in decades, he woke up without pain. That's not magic. That's repressed rage, finding a voice. In Healing Back Pain, Sarno shares another moment. A woman unable to sit comfortably for years walked out of his office pain-free, not because of a new pill, but because she finally connected the pain to her lifelong habit of people-pleasing. Sarno's belief was clear. Healing begins when you stop fearing the pain and start listening to it. Then came Dr. Howard Schubiner, who once dismissed psychosomatic pain until he saw his patients improve just by telling the truth. In Unlearn Your Pain, he walks us through journaling exercises where people uncover old grief, buried anger, and forgotten memories, and their fibromyalgia, pelvic pain, and migraines begin to melt. One woman, misdiagnosed with multiple sclerosis, discovered through writing that her symptoms spiked every time she visited her childhood home. Pain is not a sign of damage, Schubiner writes. It's a sign of danger, often imagined, often learned. Then there's The Body Keeps the Score, Bessel van der Kolk's masterpiece. He doesn't just say trauma affects the body. He shows it through brain scans, breath work, and raw human stories. He tells of a war veteran who couldn't sleep without nightmares, who tried every drug and failed, but through rhythmic movement and safe touch, he began to regulate again. Trauma, van der Kolk writes, is not the story of something that happened back then. It's the current imprint of that pain on your mind, body, and soul. When the Body Says No by Gabor Maté is full of quiet, devastating moments. He tells of a successful doctor who developed ALS, and who, when asked if he ever expressed anger, replied, "I don't think I've ever been angry in my life." Maté doesn't blame. He just gently reveals the cost of self-silencing. The repression of emotion is a major contributor to physical disease, he writes. Many readers say this book broke them open, not with sadness, but with permission. Dr. David Clarke's They Can't Find Anything Wrong echoes a frustrating but common truth. Many people are told their symptoms are all in their head. Clarke tells of a teenage girl with daily stomach pain. Every test was normal, but a single conversation revealed the truth. Her parents were in a bitter divorce, and no one had asked how she was coping. Her pain wasn't fake. It was emotional distress screaming through her gut. Clarke writes, "The pain is real. The suffering is real. What's missing is the story." In Freedom from Pain, Peter Levine and Maggie Phillips guide us back to the body. Levine shares a case of a man with shoulder pain that no physical therapy could solve, until they explored a car crash he'd had years earlier. His body had frozen in that moment. With somatic release, tears came, shaking, breath, and then relief. Trauma is not what happens to you, Levine says. It's what happens inside you in response. Finally, Suzanne Scurlock-Durana's Reclaiming Your Body reminds us that numbness is not healing, it's disconnection. She tells of a woman who hadn't felt her legs since childhood trauma. Through slow, guided body awareness, she began to feel, not just her legs, but her life. The body never lies, Scurlock writes. It remembers everything, even when the mind forgets. Each of these books carries a quiet revolution, that pain is not just physical, it's personal. It's emotional. It's the language the body uses when words don't work. This is Intellings, where we review books that don't just inform, they transform. If one of these stories touched you or reminded you of something your body's been trying to say, let us know in the comments. And remember, your pain might not be punishment. It might be a message, and every message deserves to be heard.